Hey, how's it going, everybody? Flint Edge here again. Just bringing another video out. I got my tank here. Climb up on top of this thing. Figured, why don't I talk about the guns that are in the game? So, here we go. Bring open your window. You got your pistol, which is your default gun you get right at the beginning of the game. Get your combat pistol, which is slightly better than your pistol. You got the beach bum pistol. I do not like this pistol at all. Heavy pistol, which is my favorite right now. The AP pistol, which is one of my favorite too. I usually just use this for PvP.
What the fuck? Oh fuck!
The SMGs. You pretty much just use this one because this is the only one you can use when you're driving a car, right? This guy, the only time you use is before you get any assault rifles. Same thing with this guy. You use this thing briefly before you get an assault rifle, I do believe. And then you move into the big heavy guns. You got the two here. This one's the better one. At least in my opinion, that one's the better one. Got flashlights, scopes and stuff like that. No silencers on this gun. And then you've got the Tommy gun, which is just the St. Valentine's Day Massacre DLC gun. I'm trying to go through these quick. Back to the submachine gun. So you got the assault rifle, the carbine rifle, and the advanced rifle. The assault rifle being the first one you get. Looks like an AK. People like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's alright. The carbine rifle and the advanced rifle have very slim. This one seems to be a better accuracy. This one seems to fire a bit better. This one, it says it's got better damage than this one. I tend to use the carbine. Just like the way it looks. The advanced. But then the special carbine came out. It's kind of bigger looking versus the bullpup rifle. This I thought was honestly going to be a sniper rifle. I think they got a bullpup rifle in one of the Hitman games. The stats. This one's a little bit better damage and better accuracy. This one has a bit better range. Honestly, I like this one a bit better. I'll use this one before I use the other one. Mainly too because I kind of like the cool look to it. It's got the scope, it's got the flashlight. It's got the silencer. And you put the silencer on your gun just so when you're in the city and you shoot at some guy in an alleyway, the police don't come running. Sniper rifles, only 2 sniper rifles in the game. Both of them useful because both of them are a little bit different. This one has a silencer, makes you a lot quieter when you're doing stuff. And this one's the heavy one. Its damage is only a little bit bigger. It does shoot a bit farther if you check the scopes. How far you can see. It does seem like it sees a little bit further than the other one. Depending on whatever your situation is, you can use one or the other. Frankly, I'd like to see them put another sniper rifle in the game. They always keep putting they keep putting assault rifles, a different handgun. But let's see some sniper rifles, maybe another melee weapon like a sword or a chainsaw or something. You know, assault rifle. They always put those in. They got the shotgun. They need another shotgun in the game. Maybe another special weapon. A lot of people have been talking about the flamethrower, but I don't know. I don't have the minigun yet, so I've used the minigun though, and it's really just to spray this street weapon. It's not as I think these ones are more useful. But shotguns, you got the one that you got the short little stubby one that you get right at the beginning. I think you gotta be part of the social club to get this gun. I got it once the game started. I came here and it was like, oh, free gun. And they gave me this sucker. Got mine gold. All my guns are gold. You got this guy, which you're gonna take because it's got the silencer for it. Flashlight, silencer. And then you got the automatic. Same thing, got the silencer for it. Got the flashlight. When you do put the silencer on, it does drop the strength of the weapon a little bit. But this thing shoots so fast, you might as well just use it. It's good for missions. I've seen people use this for PvP, for self-defense. Some guys coming after them out in the street, and they'll jump behind a building and jump up and spray the guy. Or they'll just blind fire at him. Special weapons, grenade launcher, it's got a flashlight, scope. It shoots in an arc, so you gotta be careful of that. This is actually very useful because the bullets are a little bit cheaper than the RPG. So if you're blowing guys up on the street, you're blowing up cops and stuff, you're probably going to use this guy. Whereas this one, even when you're shooting at helicopters up in the air, you gotta like aim ahead of them the direction they're flying, so you make sure that the rocket gets there at the same time the helicopter's there. You'll totally miss. The bullets for this thing are quite expensive. You're not going to use it too often. You will use it, but you're not going to use all your ammo. Onto grenades. Gas grenade, which a lot of people tend not to use from what I see. This thing's very useful, especially if you don't want to blow up somebody's car. If you got a bunch of guys in a mission grouped together, you throw them around the car. You'll gas them out, they'll die. Jerry can. I never see anybody use this thing. I think people just put this. I think what people do is they use this to burn other people's cars or something.
What?
Not a lot of people use the jerry can. Hand grenades, very useful. And the most useful is sticky bombs. Everybody uses sticky bombs. You use them to make traps. You got a guy chasing you. You go down an alleyway. You throw a few sticky bombs down the alleyway. You hide at the end of the alleyway. The guy comes up to the end of the alleyway, comes chasing you down the alleyway. You detonate your trap. You blow him up. And you take off. They stick to things. They're good for robbing cars with. All around good weapon. It's probably one of the weapons I've killed people in PvP the most with. I don't PvP very often. I'll only kill somebody if they come after me. And melee weapons. Knife. Good for sneaking up on people. And it's one of the only weapons you can use underwater. Nightstick, it's just a club. Baseball bat, very good for beating down people with. It's also good for working over people's cars and stuff. Golf club, a little bit different than the baseball bat. Swing and everything's the same. Just whichever one you prefer, they seem to be the same strength. The bat and the club. And the bottle. It's basically the knife, except not as cool. And that's all I got. There's a hammer that the special DLC people got. And there's a crowbar that a lot of people get in the different battle zones. They're pretty much just one-handed weapons. Let's just go inside real quick. I just did a quick rundown of all the guns.
They make
Ammunition.
you look so badass too.
Armor. This one being the best. I do need armor. I guess armor
Enjoy, my
stacks now. I'm not sure. They sell shoes here. They sell glasses. They sell coats. You can take the different weapons you got in here and put different suppressors on. I never put a suppressor on this guy. I like this guy being noisy. I always tint my guns gold. You tint it pink, I guess. Platinum looks kind of badass, but I go with the gold. And then I do notice,
What do you say? One for you, one for the wife?
they do have these tints that you have to actually kill other players to get. So it's like they're trying to force people to run around and shoot up their friends and everything. Be kind of dicks, but you could probably unlock them just by going into the different battle arenas and playing them, instead of just running around on the street killing people randomly. Still like it in gold. Look at that, it looks bad. It looks like it's just, you know, like total rich gangster or something. You can also buy parachutes here. Put different smokes.
Exquisite craftsmanship.
Most of what the guy says behind the counter, he's just a douche.
If guns are a penis substitute, this is the schlong section.
Buddy, you got too much time on your hands. That was disgusting. The minigun you unlock at level 20. Or level 120, I'm sorry.
Be good.
I don't really need anything. That's pretty much so far all the guns that are in the game. Guns I'd like to see in the game are like the revolver from Vice City. I loved that gun in that game. I always used it. Maybe like the chainsaw or maybe one of the swords would be cool. What other weapon would be neat? I'm not sure. Out of the way, buddy. This is the tank. Go through the tank real quick too. Make like a double video. Tell you the truth, the tank is not very fast. It's okay off-road. It's not really even the best off-road. You got these tank treads you'd think that are just great because you got this giant horsepower tank. Tank's one of a kind. There's no other tanks that are in this game but this one. They're not going to put any more in here, I don't think. This isn't World of Tanks. This is Grand Theft Auto. We only really need the one tank. It's got good armor. I mean, somebody comes up and just starts shooting at you with pretty much any gun. It doesn't seem to do too much or any damage to the tank. Grenades and fire bombs and stuff do seem to hurt the tank. Running over cars, having the cars explode, that will hurt the tank a great deal. So if you're going on a rampage, try not to let the cars blow up anywhere near you. And just driving around the city in the tank is kind of a pain in the butt. If you even just tap into somebody, you've ruined their vehicle. But if you're online, there's other people in the room, and you're just going to someplace, and you don't want one of these psychopaths just driving up behind you and gunning you up. If you're driving a tank, they're going to pull up behind you to shoot you. You're going to be driving along, seeing the bullets spray on the back end of you, and you're going to turn around, and you're going to look at him, you're not even going to pull the trigger, and he's going to freak out and turn and go the other direction. He'll think that he'll think you're out on a rampage. I've taken this thing, just driven it around. People just think I'm out rampaging, and I'm just out for a cruise. park here on the bridge. So, you know, the left stick is your direction you move. The right stick is the turret, turn it around. L1, you fire. I'm playing on the PlayStation 3, so it'll be different for the Xbox. Just freaked everybody out. If you're playing missions with this thing, you tend not to, because a lot of your missions you have to chase somebody down or just get somewhere, and you might kill somebody, but you're collecting like cocaine or you're collecting something. So to drive in and start firing a great big cannon, and you only have the tank cannon, that's the only thing you have. There's no machine gun or nothing. It's a one-person vehicle, your friends can't get in. And you'd assume there would at least be 2 or 3 people to pop in this thing. No. This is it. This is the tank. It's not too useful except for just, if you want to be well armored, you're well armored. No. There's not a heck of a lot of missions that you can go into and play this thing with. I've tried, and either you'd rather use the Buzzard attack chopper, or you're just gonna go in and just shoot up the area. This is it. This is the tank. Would I suggest you buy this? If you have the money, you don't really need it. I'd rather suggest you buy the helicopter. If they put another special vehicle in the game, what would I like to see? You know what? It would be cool if they put in a hovercraft. It's something you could drive on land and then onto the water with. That would be really neat, you know? Like some sort of, like, not really big, not as big as the tank or something, maybe a bit smaller, just like a 2-person hovercraft. And you can just go whipping around. That would be so neat, you know. And like maybe you could take it into the custom shop and paint it different colors and put some custom stuff on it. A hovercraft would be so awesome to put in the game. If not that, maybe like some sort of like an ATS or whatever they call it, one of those vehicles you see the different peacekeepers drive around. They just got like assault rifles on them and stuff. And it could be like 10 people could get in. The first like 4, the first guy that gets in would be the driver, and the next 4 would work different guns, and then the other guys are just like passengers in the back. Maybe something like that. But I'd rather see like a hovercraft. I think people would think that would be awesome. You could whip across the land at like a good speed, and then you could just hit the water and just cruise across water. That would be really neat. And with that, I might as well just end this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, and I'll make another video shortly. Thank you. Goodbye.